We're checking out the Shimano Sahara C3000 HG today. That's the new Hagane frame on the Sahara spinning reel from Shimano. And guess what? You're going to love the price on this one.
We going fishing.
Chris Payne from Kayak Bass Fishing Magazine and KayakFishingBlog.com. I saw last week that Shimano has released some, a new reel and then a reworked reel. So the Shimano Ulterra spinning reel came out, and I checked it out today at Bass Pro, and then I saw that they have remade and basically upgraded the Shimano Sahara. So for those of you that have read some of my articles and things like that, the Shimano Sahara, this one right here, so this is the FE, this is a 3000 series FE, is pretty much the spinning reel I've been using for the most part for the last year. I did upgrade one of them to the Shimano Naski when that came out and was available after iCast. But for the most part, my workhorse for drop shotting and fluke fishing and Cincos and things like that on spinning tackle has been the Sahara. And when I saw that they were remaking it, I was like, huh, okay, well, what's going to happen with the price? What are they going to add? What are they going to take away? Well, the price has stayed the same. It's still 80 bucks, which is a great price for as many features as you get in the spinning reel. And I mean, these have served me very well over the last year, and caught a lot of fish. It's still very smooth. Haven't had to do any maintenance on them at all, which is always really nice when you have a reel that you don't have to constantly baby and that kind of stuff. I want to walk you through some of the similarities and differences between last year's model and this year's model of the Shimano Sahara. So last year's model and this year's model both have the same line capacity. So it's 8 pounds of mono, 170 yards of line. Or if you're throwing, let's say, Power Pro braid, you can get 10-pound Power Pro, 235 yards on both of these guys. So that is the same. Also staying the same, the price point. So this is an $80 spinning reel. It was last year. It is again this year. These are both 3000s. They're both 80 bucks. So that's great. At that point, that's about where the similarities stop. Now, here's the differences. Last year, the Sahara weighed 9.2 ounces. This year, 8.8 ounces. So the Hagane frame, which is a more durable material that Shimano's been using, it's also lighter. So they've been able to shed almost a half an ounce off of the total weight. And I think you might be able to tell it's a little bit bigger in body. So the gearbox and stuff down here is just a little bit bigger, but they've been able to shed some weight. So that's always good. Another difference that you're going to see between 2016 and 2017 is last year's model had 15 pounds of drag. This year's model, 2017, has 20 pounds of drag. So you've got 5 pounds more drag in the 2017 model. Here's some other differences. So let me see if I can show this to you guys. Get this set up. This is harder to do than I was thinking it would be. There we go. So you can see they've changed the handle shape to a little more of a T, and you've got a little more meat on the new one. So I like that, especially if I'm fishing in wet conditions. It gives me a little more to grip, and it's a little better throughout the day. That way, if something catches me by surprise, I've got a little more there to grab. So I do like that. Obviously, the color scheme has changed. So this is more along the lines of the new Naski reels. So kind of the 2017, late 2016, early 2017 color scheme for the spinning reels. The new Ulterra has a similar color scheme to this. The Naski series has a similar color scheme to this, and so the Sahara has followed suit. You can see that that's changed. And also, the box colors have changed. So if you go into a place and they basically have boxes stocked, you'll want to look for the blue box. So this blue box right here is going to be the one that you're looking for, and then this kind of reddish colored box is last year's model. Last year's model, 4 total bearings. This year's model, 5 total bearings. So they've upped the bearing count. Now, the change that I have not quite decided yet if I like it or not is last year's model has an anti-reverse switch right here, on and off. So you can flip that and then the spool will spin either way. So if you were fighting a fish and you needed it just to be able to free spool out, or basically just spin that spool, you could do that, and then you could hand control it. Or you could turn it off and then your anti-reverse comes back on. This new model does not have that switch. So I don't know if I like that, if I don't like it, how I feel about it yet. I'll have to go out and fish with it and see if I even notice it. I don't remember using the anti-reverse on and off on the old models last year at all, so probably I won't miss it. But if you're a guy that does use that switch, it's important that you know that the 2016 model has the switch. The 2017 model does not have that switch. So think about the color schemes here, and switch, no switch. So that's really what you need to know about the changes in the Sahara from last year to this year. Same price point, same line cap. You got more drag, lighter weight, and they've changed a couple of other features. So check them out. Go to Bass Pro, Cabela's, wherever you like to shop, and give it a spin. Just see how it feels in your hand. I think you'll agree it's a very smooth reel, and for 80 bucks, it's going to be really hard to beat on the market. It's definitely looking like more of a contender this year. It's a weak sauce. Oh my God. This is definitely looking like more of a contender this year. Not a boxing coach, Jesus. Wow, long pause. Long pause. Like a polar bear, long